Welcome everyone to Dark Souls Remastered. I am YeahDonaldGaming. Welcome to my channel, and this is going to be different from the usual video that we do. It's going to be more of a relaxing experience, and we're going to play through this amazing video game called Dark Souls Remastered. As we play through the game, I'll talk about some of the characters, the NPCs, and try to walk you guys through the story. I hope this can be a nice, chill, relaxing experience for everyone watching. And with that said, why don't we begin our new game here. So the character creation part of this we're gonna keep kind of short. I'm not gonna go too much in depth. Our character's name is going to be Domhnall. Domhnall is a name that I use quite frequently in playthroughs. It's the name that I like to go with. There's also another character in the game named Domhnall as well. So we're gonna go with a male character, and we're going to go with the warrior. The warrior's gear. I will say that the wanderer is quite interesting as well. And maybe we will go with a dex character, because I made a lot of strength characters in the past. But never really made a dex character, so I think we're gonna go with a dex build. I think we're gonna do that. Go with the Wanderer. The gift we're going to pick is going to be the Master Key. The Master Key is a very useful item in Dark Souls. Physique will go with average. I'm gonna go with the Far East Traveler. The face. The hair, I guess we will go with, it's kind of a nomadic type guy. I guess we'll go with the semi-long hair there. And color, we're gonna go with dark red. And that is all, so let's accept here, and then we will begin our journey as Domhnall.
In the age of ancients, the world was unformed, shrouded by fog. A land of grey crags, arch trees, and everlasting dragons. But then there was fire, and with fire came disparity. Heat and cold, life and death, and of course, light and dark. Then from the dark they came and found the souls of lords within the flame. Nito, the first of the dead. The Witch of Izalith and her daughters of Chaos. Gwyn, the Lord of Sunlight, and his faithful knights. And the furtive pygmy, so easily forgotten. With the strength of lords, they challenged the dragons. Gwyn's mighty bullets peeled apart their stone scales. The witches weaved great firestorms. Leto unleashed a miasma of death and disease. And Seath the Scaleless betrayed his own, and the dragons were no more. Thus began the Age of Fire. But soon the flames will fade, and only dark will remain. Even now, there are only embers. And man sees not light, but only endless nights. And amongst the living are seen carriers of the accursed dark sign. Yes, indeed. The dark sign brands the undead. And in this land, the undead are corralled and led to the north. Where they are locked away to await the end of the world. This is your fate.
Okay, everyone, so here we are at the Northern Undead Asylum. I hope you enjoyed that intro. It's definitely a classic intro. And we are here as our character, the Wanderer, as we make our way out of the dungeon cell. There are many hollows about, cages locked up, imprisoned in shackles. And there's a giant stomping noise. This place is very unsettling. Killing the undeads is not a difficult task. We don't know how we ended up here in the Undead Asylum, but thinking about that will not help us get out of here, so we must make our way out. So here, you see this big room, and this is a bonfire. Bonfires are very helpful. You can rest at them. They will replenish your health, as well as your Estus, which we do not have yet. We will get our Estus flasks very soon. But for now, let's make our way through the double doors here, see what awaits us. A big room. As we make our way in, we are met with a terrible fate. As we look around, we see a door. We rush in as fast as we can and make our way to another bonfire. We don't know what that beast was, however, it looked very powerful, and we've just escaped with our life. A narrow escape. Get your shield, it says. So now we're going to equip our shield, which is the leather shield. The leather shield is more of a parrying shield. Now we can block this arrow here from the hollow who's shooting arrows at us. And we finally find our weapon. So we equip our scimitar. And now we can finally kill off this enemy here. Let's dodge his attack. It's a very fast weapon. I've never made a Dex character before in Dark Souls Remastered. I've made Dex characters in Dark Souls 3, as well as Elden Ring, and I always liked using Dex characters. They attack fast. So we make our way into this room here. It doesn't seem like there's a whole lot of ways to go. Let's make our way down and... oh. Here's a door that leads us back to the original room with the bonfire. We'll make our way up these stairs, and that looks like a rolling boulder. Another narrow escape. This room here. This looks like the knight who saved us from our cell.
Oh, you. You're no hollow. Thank goodness. I'm done for, I'm afraid. I'll die soon, then lose my sanity. I wish to ask something of you. You and I, we're both undead. Hear me out, will you?
Yes.
Regrettably, I have failed in my mission. But perhaps you can keep the torch lit. There is an old saying in my family. Thou who art undead art chosen. And thine exodus from the undead asylum maketh pilgrimage to the land of ancient lords. When thou ringeth the bell of awakening, the fate of the undead thou shalt know. Well, now you know. And I can die with hope in my heart. Oh, one more thing. Here, take this. An Estus flask. An undead favorite. Oh, and this. Now I must bid farewell. I would hate to harm you after death. So go now, and thank you.
Rest easy, friend. And thank you for dropping us the key to release us from our cell. So we now have our Estus flask. Now, an Estus flask is used to heal when we are attacked or our health is put in jeopardy. We can use an Estus flask. And it seems as though he has died, so we must keep going. We don't want him to harm us after death. Finally made it outside. But there are more enemies. We have to be smart about our attacks. Make our way into this room here, and there's another hollow with a shield. He looks powerful. He attacks us and takes away some of our health. But it's not enough. Fog door. There's only one way, and that's through the fog. We look down below and we see the demon. Let's attack. The demon was hit so hard and had a giant hole in its neck. We have to be careful. One false move and we'll be dead too. We get hit hard by the demon's hammer and are put down, but we kept back up and continue the fight. One more strike. He's dead. One more strike. We're dead. We survive and kill the demon. It's a narrow escape. It's always nice to make it out alive. As we get the big pilgrim's key and a sense of humanity, we can finally escape this place. Finally, freedom. We make our way outside the asylum. Look around. Mountains, trees, and hopefully an escape. Maybe something will get us out of this place. Maybe something will.
Only in the ancient legends it is stated that one day an undead shall be chosen. To leave the undead asylum in pilgrimage to the land of the ancient lords. Lordran.
The raven takes us high above the mountains, and we look over a great wall and a great castle. And it drops us here. And what is this place? Never been here before. Firelink Shrine. Ah, home. A place of peace. A place of solitude. A place of comfort that will be much needed in this dark world of Lordran. This is the only place we have that we can call home. Certainly it wasn't that dreary asylum we just came from. Seems like there's no enemies here. Seems like everybody is okay. Who are you?
Well, what do we have here? You must be a new arrival. Let me guess. Fate of the undead, right? Well, you're not the first. But there's no salvation here. You'd have done better to rot in the undead asylum. But too late now. Well, since you're here, let me help you out. There are, actually, 2 bells of awakening. One's up above in the undead church. The other is far, far below, in the ruins at the base of Blight Town. Ring them both, and something happens. Brilliant, right? Not much to go on, but I have a feeling that won't stop you. So, off you go. It is why you came, isn't it? To this accursed land of the undead?
He mentions something about 2 bells of awakening. One up above in the undead church and one down below, Blighttown. Not sure where to go first, but seems to me like maybe we should go up first. I don't know, I just have some kind of hunch that that's the right decision to make here. There's a corpse here with some type of aura emanating from it. Its corpse. We have humanities. These strange little black voids that we can use on ourselves. What is humanity? Strange. But maybe we should try to use it, see what happens. Killing large enemies, taking their souls, and taking their humanity, fuels our own humanity. As the humanity rushes through our bodies, we begin to recognize ourselves again. Not as hollow, but as a man. Maybe it would be a good idea to explore the Firelink Shrine. Just a little bit. See if there's anybody else who can help us out here. Who are you? She can't speak. She just stays in that cage. Depressing. I imagine this is what will take us down to the second bell, but I am not so sure. Looks like some type of lift. Maybe we should take it down and see where it goes. Oh, an item. What is this place? Very dark. I don't like it. I feel like we're not supposed to be here. Cage. Valley of Drakes, huh? This doesn't seem like where we were supposed to go. He did mention that the bell was above in the undead church, and we've just gone down, so Probably be better to head back. Don't want to make a wrong turn here and end up dead. Better to head back up to Firelink. Maybe one day we'll make our way back to these ruins, but today is not the day. Wonder where that goes. Down into the void, I suppose. Anything down here? No. Alright, well, let's continue. Maybe talk to our friend again here.
Oh, have you seen that terribly morose lass? The firekeeper. She's stuck keeping that bonfire lit. Sad, really. She's mute and bound to this forsaken place. They probably cut her tongue out back in her village, so that she'd never say any god's name in vain. How do these martyrs keep chugging along? I'd peter out in an instant.
So I guess that woman in the cage is the firekeeper. Not quite sure why she's here, but sure we'll find out more.
You want to hear more? Oh, that's all we need. Another inquisitive soul. Well, listen carefully then. One of the bells is up above in the undead church, but the lift is broken. You'll have to climb the stairs up the ruins and access the undead burg through the waterway. The other bell is back down below the undead burg, within the plague-infested Blight Town. But I'd die again before I step foot in that cesspool.
So, after that elaboration, we know we have to head up through the waterway. It looks like that's the way to go. Up the stairs. Let's talk to him one more time, see if he has anything else to say.
Bloody hell, what is it now? You ask too many questions.
Doesn't seem like it. So it seems that we have these souls here. Large soul of a nameless soldier and a soul of a nameless soldier. If we use these, we'll gain more souls and then we can level up our character. Let's see here. I think it would be important to level up vitality so that our health will increase. I'd like to put about maybe 3 points so far into that. We'll bring Dex up 2, and maybe we'll bring Endurance up. You know what? We'll do Endurance. 16 Dex, 12 Vitality. That should be good. Better yet, I'm gonna do 15 Dex, 13 Vitality. Without health, we will be killed much easier. And we really don't want to die here. So I suppose we should head up. I'm just gonna look over here. See if there's anything. Doesn't look like it. Well, we'll head up the stairs, make our way up to the Undead Burg, hopefully find this first bell. Dodge the bombs. Backstab the guy with the axe. Those fire bombs are pretty powerful. Just be careful we don't fall off the edge. We've claimed the battle axe. Parry the enemy. Makes the fight a little bit easier. Let's head back down below and take out the last guy. He's shielded, but our sword easily breaks through his guard. Let's continue up the stairs and through the waterway. The scimitar is doing its job well for Dom Hall. A rat. These sewers stink. Better to get out of here sooner. There's a door, maybe we can get through. It's locked. Let's head up the stairs. We made it to the Undead Burg. Must not let our guards down. We parried the enemies pretty easily. Oh, firebomb. That hurt. It blinds us for a second. But we easily come to take out the enemy. The Estus feels nice. Feel revived. Maybe there's something under these barrels that we could find that would help us, but there's nothing there. As we knocked out the barrels, we saw a platform below with an item. Large soul of an undead. Take that. Enemies climbing over the walls. Dom Hall takes them out with ease. That could have been bad. Oh, a stairwell. Maybe there's something up here. Another soul. A fallen hollow. Alright. Let's continue. Oh, an ambush. Ooh. Close. Very close. We two-hand our scimitar to try and take out the enemies quickly. Another narrow escape. Seems to be the way the story's been going this far. Narrow escapes. And another humanity. Could definitely be useful. Another hollow below. Parry. Repost. Dom Hall is very good with the skills of using the scimitar and a shield together, easily parrying his enemies. Make our way up the undead burg, trying to find this bell. Oh! What? A big dragon. Red. With spikes coming out of its head, and I could feel the heat radiating off of him as he landed next to me. Parry. These enemies are easily fallen. Easily defeated. This hollow likes to shoot from afar. He hits us with one of his arrows, but hardly makes a dent. As we look behind us, we see another bonfire ahead. Sweet safety. As we kindle the bonfire, we improve our Estus. Instead of 5, now we have 10. What? Resting at the bonfire brings the enemies back. It revives them, just like new. Very strange how that works. They could be easily defeated again. Over here. 2 shielded enemies, two with spears. When they attack with the scimitar, it breaks their guard. And we're able to kill fairly easily. A little secret area down here. Must be careful for an ambush to happen. Just as we expected. Another enemy with an axe. He almost hit us there. Let's make our way out. Huh. Who is this?
Well now, you seem to have your wits about you, hmm? Then you are a welcome customer. I trade for souls. Everything's for sale.
Strange creature sitting out here in the undead burg, trying to sell his trash. Maybe he has something useful. Some type of key. He has some weapons that could be useful. Looks like the shield might be a little bit better than what we have. Looks stronger, sturdier. Like it could hold up against any attack. We'll take the shield. And we'll also take the key.
Thank you kindly.
Thank you. Shield's sturdy. Solid steel. It'll probably be able to repel many attacks. Hopefully save us from death. More enemies. Not bad. Shield has its uses. Let's make our way up this ladder, see where it goes. We're on the rooftop. Kind of get a bird's eye view here. Looks like we're inside the walls of the castle. Throwing knives. Those could be useful for us. There's that platform down below that leads to the other building. Maybe we could jump down. A crossbow. We may use that. And we can drop back down here again. Take out the enemies. I think we'll take the safer route. There's a door here that may be able to be opened. A wooden shield. Interesting. Head back up here. Make our way this way. They throw fire bombs at us from above. As the enemies circle us, we become desperate, fight for our lives. And we also receive another shield. Hollow soldier shield. About the same as what we have. It's a little bit heavier, a little bit more stable. This looks like a door as well. It's locked. Make our way around here to find more hollows in this building. Easily parried. Another. Easily parried as well. Seems that our skills are slowly creeping back to us after being locked up in that asylum for so long. We find a chest. Black fire bombs. Those could be useful. I'm sure we will find use for those in the future. Let's make our way up. Multiple hollows waiting. Must be smart here. Take them out one at a time. Try to fight them all at once. We may end up dead. Looks like there's an item up there. These are the guys that were throwing fire bombs at us from above. Oh. Must be careful here. It's an ambush, a trap. Should have known. We have to take these guys out fast. Sometimes the fights are tougher than others. Sometimes we almost fall to our death. There's an item down below as well. Wonder if we can get that. Not quite sure how. Doesn't look like there's any clear way that leads to it. jumping off of here might lead to our death. Maybe up here? Possibly. No. This doesn't really lead anywhere. Not here either. Is there a way to get down below? Possibly. There might be here. Oh, that's a very interesting jump. Could try. But I don't know if we'll make it. Oof. The blue tearstone ring. Oh! It's the Black Knight. I've seen these guys before. They're extremely dangerous. We have to run. We have to run. We must run. Oh. While we were trying to get away, we fell to our death. But we awaken at the bonfire, back to our hallowed state again. It was either death from the Black Knight or death from the fall. We chose the fall. But we can keep going. That's the beauty of being hollow. You don't ever die. Nothing is ever final. There is always a second chance. It doesn't mean we can be careless. It doesn't mean that we give up. We just keep pressing forward until we find our way. We will find our way again. This is where we died before. As we picked up our remains, we feel our sense of humanity coming back to us, slowly. Dropping down below to that area, we found that ring as well. Seems like it boosts our defense. We have to be careful. Not to make the same mistakes twice. Our enemies are strong. We don't want to be fired on from above. It could put us in a very precarious situation. We use the key we bought from the merchant. Leads us out to this little courtyard with a chest. The gold pine resin. Maybe the gold pine resin can help us. Rare pine resin, which emits golden sparks, applies lightning to a right-hand weapon. Affected weapon inflicts rare lightning damage, making it effective against targets, which are resilient to both magic and fire. Very effective against dragon foes. Maybe that'll help us against the knight that attacked us earlier. Or that giant dragon that passed over us earlier. We may have to fight him at some point as well. When we dropped down below earlier, we ended up down here in this corridor with the Black Knight. As we ran from him, we didn't feel the sting of his blade. But now we will put him to the test. Maybe we will use the skull pine resin to apply more damage to our weapon. Maybe we'll be quick enough to dodge his attacks, or maybe we will fall. We must try. We must not panic. Stay the course. Heal. Use your shield. Our weapon ran out. Drop from below. We missed. But we're able to kill the knight and receive his sword. The Black Knight's sword. It looks so powerful. Wow, what a great weapon. It's like no other weapon Domhnall has ever seen. One day we will use that sword against our enemies. I don't even know if we'll be able to wield that as we are. We swing the sword and we stumble over like a small child. We hone our skills, we might be able to use that one day. Looks like a trap. Better get out of dodge. Let's make our way up the stairs. I wonder if that dragon will be waiting for us up here. Barrels. Nothing underneath. Another fog door. I wonder what will be waiting for us. Ooh, some type of weird lizard. We have to kill it. It's getting away. Ah. Very nice. We received the large titanite, the twinkling titanite from the little tiny crystal lizard. Those could be useful later on. Let's make our way through the light. Nothing in sight. That dragon could swoop down at any moment. turn us to charred, dead remains. There's a tower up here. Let's see if there's anything we can see from here. Maybe we'll get a good glimpse of the dragon. Taking out these hollows. Never easy. There's nothing up there on the tower, so I guess there's only one way to go. Just to be careful, we should probably use the resin on our sword. It said it was good against dragons. Whoa. Something jumps over the walls. A giant demon. We try to make our way up the tower to get away. And we remember the fight against the asylum demon. And we drop down onto its head. We repeat the same thing. Try and get away from the grasp of the giant demon. It's hard to see. He's so big. But we just attack and attack and attack until he dies. The lightning, the sword, the strength of the undead. As we retrieve the demon's great axe. Another extremely powerful weapon. There's no way we'd be able to wield that with our present skills. It is a rare find nonetheless. Seems like we are finally making our way to the first bell. Seems to lead out. Oh. A long bridge that goes all the way. A door. And a man with armor staring up at the sun. He looks friendly. I hope.
Ah, hello. You don't look hollow, far from it. I am Solaire of Astora, an adherent of the Lord of Sunlight. Now that I am undead, I have come to this great land, the birthplace of Lord Gwyn, to seek my very own son. You find that strange? Well, you should. No need to hide your reaction. I get that look all the time.
You never know who's friendly and who's an enemy. It's always hard to tell these days.
Oh, aha. So I didn't scare you. I have a proposition, if you have a moment.
Yes.
The way I see it, our fates appear to be intertwined. In a land brimming with hollows, could that really be mere chance? So what do you say? Why not help one another on this lonely journey?
Yes, I will help you.
This pleases me greatly. Well then, take this.
A white sign soapstone.
We are amidst strange beings in a strange land. The flow of time itself is convoluted, with heroes centuries old phasing in and out. The very fabric wavers, and relations shift and obscure. There's no telling how much longer your world and mine will remain in contact. But use this to summon one another as spirits, cross the gaps between the worlds, and engage in jolly cooperation. Of course, we are not the only ones engaged in this, but I am a warrior of the sun. Spot my summon signature easily by its brilliant aura. If you miss it, you must be blind.
So he's telling me he can travel between dimensions to help me. I believe it when I see it. Seems like there's only one more way to go here. But that dragon is definitely skulking about. Gonna make it across here, I must run as fast as I can. It's now or never. We are hit by the dragon's flames. It burns our back, legs. But we're able to roll down here into this safe house of sorts. I can hear something down below. Sounds like a bonfire. This room looks familiar. There's a bonfire down below and a ladder. Is this the original room? The Undead Burg? We've twisted all the way back. Look at where we are now. Very interesting. After fighting the Black Knight and the Taurus Demon, we've gained some considerable skill. Maybe enough to where we'll be able to use that sword we found. The sword seems to require considerable skill. It's gonna take some time before we're able to use that. But for now, we'll make our way closer. As the unkindled makes his way back to the bonfire that he had found in the Undead Burg, he contemplates his experiences. With hardship and challenge came success and reward. The struggle that he felt during his journey so far has helped him to succeed. As we rest here, we contemplate, awaiting what's next on our journey. But that will be for the next episode, my friends. Thank you for watching Dark Souls and the Journey of Domhnall. We'll see you all next time.